I would like to ask Janaab Faizi, since we are now in paradise, to tell us about the significance of this garden and if he would give us a resume of the tablet of Baha'u'llah revealed on this holy spot.
We are sitting in the Rizvan garden. This garden had been prepared by Abdul Baha for the rest and comfort of Baha'u'llah, so that he would come here, take rest, and have a breath of fresh air here. As we are sitting, we are opposite to the place where Baha'u'llah used to always sit. In the olden days, there were two rivers running on the two sides of this garden. And in some places where you see, Baha'u'llah says, when we were in our verdant island, he means this island, because it's situated between two rivers. The rivers would meet at the end of the garden, and then by water mill, water was brought up for the irrigation of flowers and trees and everything. Of course, Baha'u'llah did not live here for long. He used to come for rest or for banquets and go back to the mansion. Just to illustrate this point, we brought this tablet, which is hanging in that room at the end of the garden, and I would like to summarize it for you so that you will know what he felt when he came to the garden one day in the morning. He says, on a blessed Friday morning, we started from mansion coming to the garden of Rizvan. By the way, Abdul Baha called it Rizvan in memory of the Rizvan garden near Baghdad, which means paradise. Rizvan means paradise. Every tree, when we entered, he says, when we entered the garden, every tree uttered a word. Every leaf sang a song, the mention of God. The palm trees cried out and said, look at the relics of God, His mercy and His greatness. The two rivers we mentioned, the two rivers in an eloquent language uttered these words and said, from us, meaning water, all things are alive. Praise be God. These things were uttering words and manifesting secrets that everybody would be utterly astonished. And towards the end of the tablet, we come to certain sentences which indicate the great love and sympathy that Baha'u'llah had towards his friends throughout the world. He says, please convey my love and greetings to all the friends. I request the Lord to bestow upon them so that they'll be confirmed to render services which will be worthy of being mentioned in the presence of God. And I remind everyone that this is not the exact translation of the tablet, I just summarized it.
Well, dear Dr. Mahajer, you know that during 10-year crusade plan of the beloved guardian, a 9-year plan of the beloved House of Justice, all Baha'is all over the world, they are talking about mass conversion. Would you please explain a little about this? Because myself, I'm very anxious to understand what is the reality of this mass conversion.
Actually, this is, as you say, everything is started by beloved guardian in the world. Abdul Baha has half promised, very much, that the troops will come to the faith. And beloved guardian so beautifully put this idea in action by sending the pioneers throughout the world. So through his 10-year crusade, he made available the people of the world and the tribes to come to the faith through this pioneering, sending all over the world and scattering throughout the world. So the people and the tribes were just next door to us. And that started in 1956. For the first time, Beloved Guardian announced that the preliminary signs of coming of the troops to the faith is happening in far-off regions of the world. In that time, we have had in Gilbert Islands and Mentawai, and perhaps in West Africa, some villages coming to the faith. Abdul Baha has promised that the great masses of the world, like Indian, Chinese, African, will come to the faith. Also, he has said that the Africans will roar like a lion, roaring like the lions. And also, so all these things has happened, and especially Beloved Guardian emphasized very much teaching Red Indians in Latin America. And all this happened in his own time of Beloved Guardian. I mean, in Africa, in Pacific, and in South America, the masses, the troops start coming to the faith. But one thing very interesting is this, that Beloved Guardian has said that from any nation that the troops are coming to the faith, ultimately from the same people, same nation, masses will come to the faith. And he has explained that coming of the troops is a day long awaited, and coming of the masses is an hour long awaited. And he has explained that coming of the masses, when it's happened, then the faith will grow 1,000 times spiritually and materially, and numbers, 1,000-fold numerically will come to the faith. That hour perhaps is not yet come, but the troops are coming, and these troops, coming of the troops, is the beginning of that masses. So this is what we should look to the future.
One, teach the words of God. Black, white, and brown, spread the word around. I had a dream.
Stop and multiply times 40 what we have felt this weekend. We begin to have the smallest idea of what is transpiring around the world for these entire 4 months. Each of us has only one life on this earthly planet. To be able to give our very best to the blessed beauty and to the beloved house of justice during these fleeting years that we are here is truly the desire in each of our hearts. Each of us has only one life on this earthly planet. To be able to give our very best to the blessed beauty and to the beloved house of justice during these fleeting years that we are here is truly the desire in each of our hearts.